జనరల్ నాలెడ్జ్ లో మన విజ్ఞానాన్ని మరింత పెంచేందుకు టీసాట్ ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమం చేపట్టింది. పలు అంశాలపై మనకున్న తెలివితేటల్ని పరీక్షించుకోవడం, తెలియని అంశాలపై అవగాహన పెంచుకునేందుకు ఈ కార్యక్రమం రూపకల్పన చేసింది. ఈ ప్రత్యేక క్విజ్ కార్యక్రమంలో మీరు పాల్గొనాలనుకుంటున్నారా? మీ విజ్ఞానాన్ని మా ద్వారా ప్రపంచానికి పంచాలనుకుంటున్నారా? అయితే మీ ప్రశ్నలు మరియు ఆప్షన్స్ మా టీసాట్ ఛానల్ పై. ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్: When is the World Braille Day observed every year? Option A, January 1st. Option B, January 2nd. Option C, January 4th. Option D, January 6th. Your time starts now. The correct answer is Option C, January 4th. Every year, January 4th is observed as World Braille Day to raise importance of Braille, which serves as a communication medium for blind and partially sighted people. The day was first initiated by the United Nations General Assembly in 2019, and January is observed as Braille Literacy Month. French educator who innovated the Braille system, Louis Braille, was born on January 4th, 1809. Next question. The 𝗨𝗸𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗃 Institute of Technology for Women, which was recently in news for launching its nano satellite called VSAT, is located in which city? Option A, Bengaluru. Option B, Pune. Option C, Thiruvananthapuram. Option D, Mangalore. Your time starts now. The correct answer is Option C, Thiruvananthapuram. On January 1st, 2024, a nano satellite called VSAT was launched by students of 𝗨𝗸𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗃 Institute of Technology for Women in Thiruvananthapuram. The satellite was launched as secondary payload aboard an Indian Space Research Organization mission, specifically the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle C-58 EXPOSAT mission. The mission's announcement of success was made from the 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 Space Center in �ശ്രീഹരിക്കോട്ട. VSAT is a 1.4 kg satellite designed and developed entirely by women, making it the first Indian satellite with this distinction. The purpose of VSAT is to study ultraviolet radiation and its impact. The satellite project was led by 𝗬𝗎 Abraham, an assistant professor and principal investigator, with technical assistance from ISRO. Next question. Which state is the host of India-UAE Joint Military Exercise Desert Cyclone 2024? Option A, Gujarat. Option B, Punjab. Option C, Rajasthan. Option D, Haryana. Your time starts now. The correct answer is Option C, Rajasthan. Rajasthan will host the India-UAE Joint Military Exercise Desert Cyclone 2024. The inaugural edition of this bilateral drill will be conducted from January 2nd to January 15, 2024 in Rajasthan. The aim is to enhance interoperability between the Indian Army and UAE forces by exchanging best practices in areas like urban operations. This comes under expanding defense ties between the two nations who are strategic partners. Next question. Which city is the location of recently inaugurated India's first girls' military school? Option A, Lucknow. Option B, Vrindavan. Option C, Gurgaon. Option D, Faridabad. Your time starts now. The correct answer is Option B, Vrindavan. The first girls' military school in India was inaugurated in Vrindavan, Mathura. This inaugural event was jointly conducted by Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. The Samvid Gurukulam Girls Military School, located within the Vatsalya Gram campus and established by Sadhvi Ridambara, aims to provide education and training to 870 female students. This initiative marks a significant step in extending military education, traditionally reserved for male students in India, to female students as well. Next question. Which UT has become the first union territory to implement PM Vishwakarma Yojana? Option A, Ladakh. Option B, Jammu and Kashmir. Option C, Andaman and Nicobar. Option D, Chandigarh. Your time starts now. The correct answer is Option B, Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir has become the first UT to roll out the PM Vishwakarma Yojana skill training program for craftsmen and artisans. 30 trainees have enrolled in the first batch focusing on tailoring and dress design at the ITI Center in Shopian. Implementation aims to foster local businesses and self-employment. Next question. In comparison to the typical day-night cycle on Earth, how long is the daylight period experienced by astronauts on the International Space Station? Option A, 12 hours. Option B, 45 minutes. Option C, 1 hour. Option D, 3 hours. Your time starts now. The correct answer is option B, 45 minutes. Astronauts on the International Space Station experience 45 minutes of daylight, followed by 45 minutes of darkness in each orbit. This is significantly different from the typical 12-hour day-night cycle on Earth. Thus, the crew at International Space Station witnessed 16 New Year countdowns in a row. Next question. What is the primary purpose of the National Single Window System launched by CDSCO? Option A, Digital Health Records Management. Option B, streamlining medical device import. Option C, medical research funding. Option D, public health surveillance. Your time starts now. The correct answer is option B, streamlining medical device import. The National Single Window System launched by India's Central Drug Standard Control Organization is primarily designed to streamline the import of medical devices. Developed by Tata Consultancy Services through Invest India, this unified portal aims to create a centralized platform for investors, thus enhancing the ease of doing business. The NSWS serves as a one-stop shop for all the approvals related to the import of medical devices, facilitating applications for certificates of registration, manufacturing licenses, and import licenses. This initiative represents a significant step towards simplifying and consolidating the regulatory processes in the medical device sector in India. Next question. Which organization recently issued the standard operating procedure for summoning government officials in judicial proceedings? Option A, Law Commission of India. Option B, Supreme Court of India. Option C, High Court of Delhi. Option D, Ministry of Law and Justice. Your time starts now. The correct answer is option B, Supreme Court of India. The Supreme Court of India issued the SOP for summoning government officials after observing that the constant summoning of officials instead of relying on government lawyers runs contrary to the constitutional scheme. The SOP aims to outline guidelines and restrain the overuse of summons power by courts, which often pressurizes the government. It states that officials cannot be summoned just because its stance differs from the court's view. This move brings much needed reforms to strengthen executive judiciary coordination by avoiding unnecessary harassment of government officials. Next question. Who is the author of Chip War, the Fight for the World's Most Critical Technology? Option A, Yuval Noah Harari. Option B, Malcolm Gladwell. Option C, Chris Miller. Option D, Walter Isaacson. Your time starts now. The correct answer is option C, Chris Miller. Chris Miller, author of Chip War, the Fight for the World's Most Critical Technology, which explains the US-China semiconductor rivalry, has been invited to address Tamil Nadu's Global Investors Meet. His presence will energize youth and foster policy decisions in this sector, which the state aims to grow. Next question. Recently, what new requirement has the Election Commission of India introduced for registered unrecognized political parties seeking election symbols? Option A, voter endorsement. Option B, party manifesto. Option C, audited accounts. Option D, membership numbers. Your time starts now. The correct answer is option C, audited accounts. The Election Commission of India has introduced new rules for registered unrecognized political parties regarding the allocation of symbols. These parties are now required to furnish audited accounts of the last 3 financial years, along with expenditure statements of the last 2 elections and the signature of an authorized office bearer as part of their application for election symbols. This move aims to enhance transparency and accountability among political parties, especially those that are newly registered or have not yet achieved a significant vote share in elections to be recognized as state parties. The new regulations will be effective from January 11th.
మీ సమాధానాలను మరియు మీ అభిప్రాయాలను కామెంట్స్ రూపంలో తెలియజేయండి. మీరు టీసాట్ నుంచి ఎటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలను వీక్షించాలని అనుకుంటున్నారో ఈ క్రింది వాట్సాప్ నంబర్ ద్వారా మీ సందేశాలను పంచుకోగలరు.
వాట్సాప్ నంబర్
733 755 8051.